Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be really quick, just a quick update on a couple changes that have happened with several cruise lines. The first, this morning, surprise, I got an email. We have a sailing next month on the Disney Dream and got an email stating that as of September 2nd, 2022, Disney Cruise Line is no longer going to require guests ages 5 to 11 to be vaccinated. So that was something that they were really the only cruise line that implemented it back in, I believe, November when the vaccine came out. Royal Caribbean didn't. I think Celebrity did, and then they ended up pulling back. So they were the only cruise line that really added it for that age group. A couple other lines, I think Norwegian and Carnival, it was 100% vaccinated and it didn't, talk about age, but Disney specifically was the one that added it. And I think a lot of people expected them to add it in for under 5 because now it is approved, but that's not what happened. I think last week, a lot of things changed with the CDC. So they have now eliminated the vaccine requirement for ages 5 to 11. I know a lot of people in South Florida have been asking me about going on a Disney cruise. However, they said, you know what, my child's not vaccinated. I'm not going to vaccinate them to go on a cruise. So I think this is very good. This is going to probably open up a lot of, Disney Cruise Line, especially the Disney Dream being out of Miami. It could open up a lot of, opportunities and a lot more families who maybe chose not to vaccinate their children under 11, and now that they can sail. So I think it's a really good opportunity for those families. Adults are ages 12 and older still need to be vaccinated. And I think a lot of that depends on the Caribbean. So the Caribbean and I believe the Bahamas still have some sort of regulations. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I know that they have a lot of the Caribbean islands have 12 and older, you have to be vaccinated to visit the island. So I'm not specifically 100% sure on that, but I do know there are some of the Caribbean islands have that. And with Disney Cruise Line, they of the 5 ships, 3 of them go to the Caribbean. So the Dream, the Fantasy, and the Wish are all out of Miami going to the Bahamas and to the Caribbean. So kind of makes sense. However, testing is still required. So while they're not need to be vaccinated, they still have to test. And if you're unvaccinated, you have different testing requirements with Disney. If you're unvaccinated, you have to test at the port, whereas if you're vaccinated, you do not. Now, speaking of testing, we'll talk about Royal Caribbean. So Royal Caribbean has now changed their testing for sailings 5 nights and under. And that is if you are vaccinated and you are on a sailing that is 5 nights and under, you no longer have to test before the sailing. So I think this is really good. Now, our last cruise on Royal Caribbean was on the Odyssey. It was 6 nights. We still would have had to test. Our sailing in March, which is on the Oasis of the Seas, we would still have to test under these new rules. However, if you're going on a weekend cruise, this opens up a lot more doors because a lot of people didn't want to travel all the way down to, Miami or Fort Lauderdale for a 3-night cruise to then test positive and not be able to go on the sailing. So I think this opens up a lot of opportunities and a lot more, hopefully will give a big boost to the cruise industry. Now that is just Royal Caribbean and Disney Cruise Line. Always get information from your travel agent because I am not a news channel, but the news is going to be changing quite a bit. And if you sail on other cruise lines, Carnival, Norwegian, they all have different things. So I would definitely talk to your travel agent and then also refer back to their website because that is where you're going to have the most accurate information. And, but again, those are the new changes. I expect that this is going to be changing rapidly and it probably in 2 weeks to a month, this video will be obsolete because it'll probably be old news. But that's the news as of today for Disney Cruise Line, and then the updated testing requirements for Royal Caribbean. Again, I think this is great. So I do want to mention I am a Touring Plans travel agency partner, and if you don't have a travel agent and you're looking for one, definitely reach out to Touring Plans. They have so much. They just have so many great agents that really know their stuff about you know, each specific line. You know, some specialize in different lines. My travel agent that booked us on the Dream, she reached out to me. I had gotten the email from Disney Cruise Line, but she reached out to me as well, and she says, did you see the news? And I said, yes, I had. Now, it doesn't affect us. It doesn't affect us because we were already planning on sailing. But again, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a move in the right direction for the cruise industry. The confusing thing right now is because the CDC no longer has that program, the cruise lines are all picking their own requirements. So, you know, if you're going on a specific cruise line, you're going to have to just really be on top of it and making sure. And again, that's when having a travel agent is really going to help, because they're going to make sure you have the most up-to-date information. So there's the news for today. I will be back tomorrow with some Disney Wish updates, as well as starting to do my recaps and reviews on the Disney Wish. But with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye, everyone.